Hi everybody! We're going to take a class today. I hope you're as excited as I am to be taking this class. I know at this point you're missing your instructors and your classes. And I'm really happy you're connecting with me. It's important for me to connect with you and stay well. Stay strong, stay sane, stay well. All right, let's get started. So we're going to stand with your feet a little wider than your hips. Soften your knees. Tuck your tailbone under. Tummy pulled in nice and tight. And take one arm over your head. Big stretch. And all the way back down. Standing up tall. Shoulders back. Up same side. Big reach overhead. Bend at your waist. And down. Deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Long arm overhead, bend at that waist, reach. And down, abs in tight. Stand up tall, deep breath, two more, reach. And down, one more, reach. And down, good. Other side, deep breath. Make sure your chest is opened up and reach overhead, bend at your waist. And down, stand up tall, deep breath, exhale, overhead. Inhale, long arm reach. Inhale, good, deep breath. Two more overhead. One more, big reach. Good, stand up tall. Lengthen your legs. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. Let's take a big breath, reaching to the ceiling. Long arms. Keep your back flat. Fold yourself forward. Reach for me. Pull your tailbone back behind you. Start to feel that stretch in your calves. And continue to roll down to the floor. Nice and slow. Reaching for the floor. Once you get to the floor, relax your neck, soften your knees, hold that stretch. Begin to roll up slowly, keeping your abs pulled in tight, dangling your arms. Your tailbone tucked under, stand up tall, take a big breath, reach to the ceiling, and fold yourself forward all the way down to the floor. Keep those knees soft, relax your neck, let the weight of your head pull your back over, nice big stretch. Start to scoop your belly in and roll up slowly, dangling your arms. Tuck your tailbone under, round your shoulders back. One more time, big stretch, reaching for the ceiling. Lengthen your spine. Abs pulled in tight and roll forward all the way down to the floor. Relax your neck. Deep breath. Scoop your belly in, begin to roll up nice and slow. Standing tall, round your shoulders back. Beautiful, good. Let's widen your stance. Toes turned out to the side. Take your arms out to the side, elbows even with your shoulders at 90 degrees. Just move your arms. Start to stretch your arms forward and pull your elbows back. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Tummy pulled in tight, push forward. Good. Pull your elbows back. Lengthen your arms, squeezing your chest, reaching forward, and pull your elbows back. Tummy pulled in tight. Exhale, reach. Pull your elbows back. Keep your elbows lifted, 90 degrees. Big breath. 2 more. We're going to reach forward. Pinch those shoulder blades on the way back. Reach. Last one. Pull it back in. Good. Now from here, we're going to close your elbows down to your waist, down to your sides. 90 degrees. We're going to lift your elbows back out and down. Big breath as you exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep your arms at 90 degrees. Big breath. Exhale, lift. One more time. We're going to bring your elbows down and lift. Hold it right here. Rotate your palms so they're forward. Continue to keep your elbows bent. Arms at 90 degrees. Now we're going to squeeze your chest and bring your arms forward. Try to touch your elbows together. Palms if you can. Open your arms back out and roll those shoulders back. Deep breath. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Squeeze your chest. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open. Deep breath. 2 more. Bring your elbows together and open. Try to touch your palms together if you can. Last time. Good. Open your elbows. Nice. Now reach your arms straight up. Keep your palms forward. We're going to bend your elbows down. Stop at 90 degrees. Deep breath. Exhale, reach. Inhale, bring your elbows down and pull your shoulders back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, down. Think about your spine. Make sure it's long. Lengthen your spine and pull those elbows down. Shoulders down. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Good. 2 more. We're going to reach. And down. One more time. Reach. Big stretch. And down. And rest your arms. Nice job. Roll those shoulders back a bit. We're going to keep your feet turned out to the side and soften your knees, coming down into a little squat. Not all the way. So check your knees. Make sure they're not crossing over your toes. And we're going to hold it right here just for a second. Take a deep breath. Check your belly. Make sure it's pulled in tight. We're going to take your upper body and we're going to turn towards one knee. Hold onto your leg. Push against your leg, trying to twist out a little deeper. Big breath. Let's start to turn back to the center. Good. Check your stance. Make sure your knees are bent. Let's turn to the other side. Hold on to your leg. Push against your leg. Try to twist your body back a little deeper. Good. Start to turn back to the center. Hold it here. Let's bend your knees a little deeper. Take a deep breath. Bring your arms forward. And we're going to roll your body forward. Keep your back flat. Look down at the floor and roll up, keeping your knees bent. Squeeze your glutes. Roll forward and up. Deep breath. Exhale, forward and up. Take your time. Go slow. And roll up. 2 more. Abs in tight. Protect your core. 1 more. Forward. And roll up. And stand up. Good job. Bring your knees together, your legs together. Shake it out a little bit. Good. All right, we're gonna get down on the floor. We're gonna start with your knees bent, your legs off to one side. Take your upper body. We're gonna twist away from your feet. Place your hands on the floor and look forward. You want a nice big twist in your obliques. Shoulders are facing forward. You want equal amounts of pressure in both of your hands. Start to take a deep breath. As you inhale, bend your elbows. Bring your nose down to the mat. Exhale, press up and lengthen your spine. Inhale, down to the mat. Exhale, pushing up, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Check the pressure in your hands. Make sure you're pushing equally with both hands, using both arms equally. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Bend at your elbows. And you want to bring your entire upper body down to the mat, not just your face. 1 more. Good. Press up. Now we're going to take the hand that's in the back, that's away from your chest, and then bring it across to rest it on your leg or your arm. And we're going to use your front arm and bring your shoulder down to the floor. You're bending at your waist. Use your tricep and press up. Deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Push up. Inhale. Exhale. Push up. Good job. Feel that pinch in your oblique. Inhale, exhale, push up. 2 more. You can do it. This one's tough, but you can do it. Last time, shoulder to the floor and push up. Good. Push yourself all the way up. Keep your legs off to that side. Take your opposite arm away from your feet and roll over your head. Trying to push your hips down to the mat. Deep breath. Let's roll up and switch sides. Bring your knees off to the other side. You're going to take your upper body and twist. Place your hands on the floor. You want a nice big turn at your waist. Shoulders are facing forward. Equal amounts of pressure in both of your hands and your arms. Take a deep breath. As you inhale, lower your upper body to the mat. Exhale, push equally with both arms, lengthening your spine on the way up. Inhale. Exhale, push up. Inhale. Keep your belly scooped in. Abs are in tight. Nice job. Chest to the floor and push up. Inhale down. Exhale, push up. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Down and push up. Now we're going to take your hand that's in the back and remove it from the floor. Bring it to your arm, rest it on your leg. You're going to turn your body, your chest forward a little bit, and bend your front elbow. You want your shoulder down to the mat and push up. Shoulder to the mat and push up. Bending at your waist, so when you push up, you're pinching that oblique. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulder to the floor. Push up. Good job. Let's do two more. Down and push. land on the floor. Push your upper body up. Keep your knees off to the side. Take your opposite arm over your head. Nice big stretch. Let's turn on your mat so you're sitting with your knees bent, feet on the floor. Let's drag your heels down into the floor. Start to sit up tall, lengthen your spine. Reach your arms straight out in front of you. Shoulders are down. Pull your belly button back to your spine. Take a deep breath and begin to roll down on the mat, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to start with your lower back, connecting with the mat. Middle back, take your arms to the ceiling as you lay your upper back down and your neck. Nice job. Rest your arms to the floor. Bring them down where they're comfortable. We're going to keep one knee bent and take your other leg straight up to the ceiling. Belly scooped in. Keep your back flat. Flex your foot. Drive your heel to the ceiling. Lengthen your hamstring. Begin to bend your knee down to your chest and press up. Press with your heel. Take a deep breath. Inhale, bend your knee down. Exhale, press up. Inhale, bend your knee. Press with your heel straight up. Inhale, bend. Good. Exhale, press up. Keep pulling your tummy down into the mat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press with your heel. One more time. Bend your knee and press up with your heel. Stop with your foot flexed. Now point your foot. We're going to keep your legs straight. Lower your leg down, hovering the end of your mat as low as you can. Keep your foot pointed and lift your leg, lengthen to the ceiling. Inhale, lower your leg. As you lift your leg, drive your belly button down to the mat. Inhale, lower, lengthen your leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Nice job. Long leg, hovering the mat and lift. One more time. Point your foot all the way down and lift. Good. Now we're going to flex your foot again. Stabilize your hips to the floor. Start to lower your leg to the outside of your body as low as you can before your opposite hip wants to leave the mat. Point your foot and draw that half circle down to the end of your mat. Start to lift your legs straight up. Flex your foot. Lower your leg to the outside of your body. Stop before your hip leaves the floor. Point your foot. Lengthen your leg all the way down, hovering the end of your mat. Lift your leg to the ceiling. Belly scooped in. Flex your foot. Lower your leg to the outside of your body. Point your foot. Drive your leg down to the end of the mat. Lift to the ceiling. One more. Flex. Lower your leg. Belly scooped in. Point your foot. Draw that half circle to the end of your mat and lengthen your leg. Relax your foot and hug your knee into your chest. Roll your ankle. Take a deep breath. Place that foot on the floor. Move down just a little bit. Let's lengthen your other leg straight up to the ceiling. Check your back. Make sure you have a neutral spine. Your belly's scooped down. Relax your arms, flex your foot. Take a deep breath. Start to bend your knee down to your chest. Exhale, push with your heels straight up to the ceiling. Inhale, knee to your chest. Exhale, push straight up. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, lengthen your legs straight up, pressing with your heel. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straight up. Deep breath. Lengthen your leg. That stretch all the way down from your calf to your hamstring. Bend. Exhale, lengthen. 2 more. Bend your knee. Exhale, lengthen. 1 more time. Stop with your legs straight up. Point your foot. Keep your legs straight. We're going to lengthen your leg down to the end of the mat. Hover your leg on the mat. Check your back. Make sure your back is flat. Tummy pulled in. And lift your legs straight up. Keep your foot pointed down and lengthen as you lift your leg. Inhale, lower. Belly scooped in. Lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Long leg. Good job. Last 2. 1 more. And lift. Keep your legs straight up. Flex your foot. We're going to stabilize your hips to the floor. Lower your leg to the outside of your body as low as you can, keeping your hips stable. Belly scooped in tight. Point your foot and sweep your leg down to the end of your mat. Keep your foot pointed and lift to the ceiling. Flex your foot. Lower your leg to the outside of your body. Point your foot. Sweep your leg to the end of your mat. Relax your arms. Lift your leg to the ceiling. Belly scooped in tight. Flex. Lower your leg to the side. Point. Draw that half circle down to the end of your mat and lift. Flex. Lower your leg. Good. Point. Lengthen your leg down to the end of your mat and lift. 1 more time. Flex. Lower your leg to the outside. Point. Draw that half circle down to the end of your mat. Lengthen your legs straight up. Relax your foot and hug your knee. Take a deep breath. Roll your ankle. Place that foot on the floor and bring your opposite knee into a tabletop position, which means your knee is over your hip and your leg is in a 90-degree angle. Lengthen both arms back behind your head. Scoop your belly down. As you exhale, begin to roll up, lifting your shoulder blades and lengthen your leg down, hovering the end of your mat. Inhale, rolling back down. Stop with your knee at 90 degrees. Deep breath. Exhale, rolling up, belly scooped in tight. Lengthen your leg. Inhale, rolling back down. Stop at 90 degrees. Exhale, roll up. Peel your shoulder blades off the floor. Long arms. Inhale, rolling down. Deep breath. Exhale, roll up. If you're able to roll up a bit higher, you can lift your middle back off the mat. Good. Inhale, rolling down. Stop at 90 degrees. Exhale, rolling up. Shoulder blades up. Try to lift that lower back. Keep your shoulders down. Inhale, rolling down. try one more. Exhale, rolling up, shoulder blades lifted. Try to lift a little higher. Nice. And roll down. Rest. Take a deep breath. Nice work. Okay, let's bring your other knee to 90 degrees. Check your belly. Make sure your belly button scoop down towards your spine. Your lower back is laying on the mat. Arms are behind your head. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, begin to roll up, lift your shoulder blades, and lengthen your leg, hovering the end of your mat. Inhale, rolling back down. Stop with your knee at 90 degrees. Exhale, rolling up. Lift your shoulder blades. Inhale, rolling down. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, down. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, rolling down. We'll try to roll up a little higher this time. Lengthen your leg, shoulder blades lifted. If you can, try to roll your middle back off the mat. Inhale, rolling down. Now when you lift your middle back, try not to do it with momentum. Use your core, belly scooped in tight. With control, rolling back down. One more, exhale, roll up. Control with your core. Shoulders down and roll down. Beautiful job. Take a deep breath. Bring your arms down where they're comfortable. We're going to bring both knees up into a tabletop position. You want that lower back on the mat. So we're going to bring your knees in a little closer if you need to. Make sure your belly is pulled down nice and tight. We're going to start with your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, start to lift your chin to your chest. Lift your shoulder blades and lengthen your legs. Keep your hands on your knees. Inhale, pull your knees back into tabletop. Laying your upper body down. I'm going to roll down just a little bit more. Knees to your chest, belly pulled in tight. Take a deep breath and roll up. Lift your shoulder blades and lengthen your legs. Keep your hands on your knees. Inhale, rolling down. Stop in tabletop. Hands on your knees. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Feel your belly pulling down into the mat as you roll up and roll down. Job. Deep breath. Exhale. Roll up and roll down. Two more. Deep breath. Shoulder blades lifted. Long legs. Last time. Big breath. Roll up and back down. Relax your feet to the floor. Walk your feet nice and close to your body. Relax your arms. We're going to tuck your tailbone under. Start to squeeze your glutes. You're going to lift your hips up off the mat. Continue rolling up from your lower back, middle back, and upper back. And let's hold this stretch. Squeeze your glutes. Feel your hip flexors open up. Take a peek at your hips. Make sure they're flat across. Continue squeezing your glutes. Keep your hips lifted. And we're going to lay your upper back down onto the mat. Continue rolling your spine down, touching your middle back to the mat. Hips are tipped up, so the last thing to touch is going to be your hips. We're going to lay that lower back down, and then your hips. Release your glutes. Take a deep breath. Tip your hips up. Begin to squeeze those glutes. One vertebrae at a time. Roll up, lower back, middle back, and upper back. You want to be on your shoulder blades, not on your neck. Squeeze your glutes and begin to roll down, touching the vertebrae between your shoulder blades to the mat. Touch them to the mat. Continue rolling down. Touch your middle back to the mat. Lower back, we're still lifting our hips. As soon as your lower back touches the mat, let's release your glutes and lay your hips down. Nice job. Take a deep breath. And we're going to walk your feet open so they're a little bit wider than your hips. Your stance is a little wider than your hips. Take a deep breath and begin to tip your hips up and roll up into your bridge, one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze your glutes on the way up. Take a peek at your hips. They should be flat across. Keep your hips lifted and begin to roll down, touching your vertebrae one at a time into the mat, starting with your upper back. Work hard at keeping that tip in your hips. We're going to lay your middle back down, lower back, and then your hips. Release your glutes. Take a deep breath. Keep your stance wide and begin to tip your hips up. Big breath, squeezing your glutes, peeling one vertebrae at a time off the mat. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Try to lift your hips a little higher, extra squeeze in those glutes. Begin to roll down. Hips are lifted. We're going to touch your upper back to the mat, middle back, squeeze those glutes, lay your lower back down, and then your hips. Ooh, good job. One more time. Take a nice big breath. Tip your hips up. Squeeze those glutes and roll up. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Take a deep breath. And begin rolling down, imprinting one vertebrae at a time into the mat, starting with your upper back, middle back, lower back, and then your hips. Laying your spine neutral to the mat, walk your feet closer together. Open your arms out to the side so they're even with your shoulders, and lower both knees down to one side. Turn your head the opposite direction of your knees. Take a big breath. Engage your belly, hold it in tight as you lift your knees back to the center. Lay your spine neutral to the mat and lower both knees to the other side. Turning your head the opposite direction of your knees. Deep breath. Begin to lift your knees back to the center. Bring one knee to your chest and then your other knee. Rock on your hips. And keep both knees into your chest. Lengthen your arms back behind your head. Take a nice big breath. As you exhale, begin rolling up. Lengthen both legs. And try to roll up, lifting your lower back off the mat. Reaching for your ankles. Let's roll down slowly, bringing both knees to your chest. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, begin rolling up. Lift your shoulder blades. Reaching your arms to your knees, extending your legs, and reaching for your ankles. Rolling back down. Now, if you're unable to lift your lower back, as you exhale, lift your shoulder blades, extend your legs, and hold it right here. Inhale, rolling back down. Deep breath. As you exhale, roll up. Lengthen your legs. Inhale, rolling down. Nice job. Lift your shoulder blades. You should feel that deepening of your core. Long arms. And roll back down. One more time. Keep those shoulder blades off the mat. And roll down. Beautiful. Hug your knees. Take a deep breath. Let's lift your chin to your chest. Bringing your shoulder blades off the mat. Begin to rock on your spine from your neck to your tailbone. A nice spinal massage. Good time to practice pulling your core in. Scoop it down. And begin to roll up onto your hips and rest your feet to the floor. Good job. Okay, let's roll over back onto your side. We're going to come down onto your elbow. You want your elbow underneath your shoulder. We're going to lift your chest, belly scooped in nice and tight. You want to keep your obliques protected. So we're going to keep your bottom knee on the ground, on the mat, and lift your hip. Keep your top arm down on the mat just to get started. Let's lift your hip up off the mat. Top leg is stretched out. Squeezing your oblique. Try to reach straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to hold it right here. Take a deep breath. And begin to lower your hip. And lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Feel that nice big pinch in your obliques on both sides. We're going to lower. Abs in tight, lift. Two more. Lower and lift. One more. Lower and lift. Lower your hip and push yourself up. Good job. And we have to do the other side. come down onto your elbow. Make sure that elbow is under your shoulder. You're properly supported. Tummy's pulled in tight. Your chest is lifted. We're going to extend that top leg out. Keep your bottom knee on the mat. Top hand on the floor, just to lift that hip. And extend your arms straight up to the ceiling. Abs in tight. Ready? Lower your hip. And lift. Lower and lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good job. 2 more. Lower and lift. 1 more. Lower and lift. Lower your hip. Rest your arm and push yourself up. Awesome. Good job. Okay, let's come up onto your hands and knees. And we're going to plank. We're going to do a regular plank. On your hand, let's try it on your hands if you can. If not, come down to your elbows. Okay. So you want your hands underneath your shoulders. Your wrist is aligned with your elbow. Take a deep breath. Make sure your belly's pulled in tight. Extend your legs out and lift your knees. You want a straight line with your spine to your hips, all the way down to your ankles. Lift up tall. If you need to come down to your knees, you want to keep your upper body in that plank position. Hips are down towards the floor. Hold it here, lifting your chest. Take a deep breath. You want to aim to do a 1-minute plank every day. Big breath. And then you could try to lift your knees, hold it there. Let's lower your knees and roll back into child's pose. Begin to roll up onto your hands and knees. Let's stop with your hands under your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and your toes are curled on the mat so your body is square. As you exhale, begin to pull your tummy up and lift your hips to the ceiling. You're in a downward dog position, pushing your heels down into the floor, stretching your calves. Move up just a bit. Take a deep breath and roll up onto your toes. Exhale, push your heels down into the mat. Good. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. Toes and heels. 2 more. Toes. Big breath, exhale, push your heels down. 1 more. Toes and heels. Soften your knees just a little bit. Walk your hands to your feet. Once you get to your feet, relax your arms. Dangle your neck. Take a deep breath. Begin to scoop your belly in and roll up, dangling your arms 1 vertebrae at a time. Standing up tall, roll your shoulders back. Take a nice big breath, long arms. Exhale, bring your arms down, roll those shoulders, pinch your shoulder blades. 1 more nice big stretch. And bring your arms down, shoulder blades back. Nice job. Roll. A few rolls of those shoulders. Take Take your arms reaching straight out. Give yourself a big hug. I'm so proud of you. You did a great job today. Thanks for joining me. And I look forward to teaching you more classes. Have a great day and stay well. Release your arms.